No Longer Slaves. Now, what's cool about this song is most people know it kind of either by heart or they just have heard it on the radio or other churches, obviously. And there's just subtle things, right? There's subtle things that pop up. And so we're going to discuss some of those right now. Like the first one for sure is going to be verse 1 versus verse 2. And you'll notice right away, obviously verse 1, really simple, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5. But then verse 2, you've got a 1, 3 minor, 4, 5, 1, 3 minor, 4, 5. I was trying to decipher whether it was 1 over 3 versus 3 minor, but it does sound so dark that I feel like you can't misinterpret that not negative, sorry, that sounds bad, that sad tone, right? So I would personally do a 3 minor. If for some reason, like if you're playing bass, doesn't matter. But if you're on any other instrument, I would just say maybe play it safe and do 1 and 5 kind of thing. But then the chorus before bridge, number 1, is, I believe there's supposed, oh yeah. So there's this parentheses, right? At the end of chorus, or actually on the chorus, it literally just says 6 minor, 5, and then there's a 1 in parentheses. Now, I believe for everything but the 1 right before the bridge, you play the 1. You land on the 1, you vamp there, you kind of hang out, and then it goes places, right? It goes to the second verse, or possibly you end the song, right? It's the last chorus, you're going to end the song on the 1. But when you're going into the bridge, it goes straight back to 6 minor, 5, 1, 4. So just be careful of that, or talk to your team. Sometimes it might be easier just to play the 1, hold it, and then go to 6 minor. But who knows? Maybe your team is like most, which are, hey, we're going to play it exactly like the record. And then the other thing too is I kind of don't remember the first bridge being, I thought it was more I thought that was an ad-lib thing, but it's actually in the song to where, they have a whole different bridge starting it and then the second bridge. But yeah, 3 minor and not 1 over 3. We already talked about that. Ooh, and the second bridge. Let's see, second bridge. Yeah, so once again, just like in the second verse, listen to it. If for some reason your team is like, no, I think it's a 1 over 3, guys, then just play whatever your team's playing. But I just wanted to make it known because I can't remember the last time I chose a 3 minor chord and it was, it couldn't be replaced with a 1 over 3. So for whatever reason that is, yeah. But last thing, tag as many times as necessary. So there's often times that sometimes I don't write tags. It's just kind of a common thing, right? You're like, oh yeah, we're playing this song, and you can tag any ending of any part, right? You can tag end of a chorus, end of a bridge. So sometimes I don't put tags necessarily. I don't chart them. But for this one, because it's so repetitive, it almost sounds like a whole different section. Sometimes too, they'll use tags in places that aren't right after the place it tags. So then for me, that's where it makes sense, right? Like there's another song later that we'll get to that does that. It'll go from a chorus to a tag instead of right after the second bridge to the tag. So just be mindful of those things. But yeah, because this song is like everybody knows it, it's not too stressful. It's not too hard. It's a slow song, so you don't have to worry about crazy jam parts or whatever. But yeah, just pay attention to those little details and you should be good to go.